Good morning, everyone. My name is Will. I am a private music teacher. I teach voice, piano, flute, euphonium, ear training, music theory, composition, and everything you need to know musical. Today I'm here to share another music tip with you. So, as musicians, unfortunately, we are prone to getting sick, just like everybody else. This is extremely difficult for singers. It's difficult for everyone who's really playing a wind instrument, but it's more difficult for singers because our body tends to be our instrument. So what I want to do is, this is not a traditional music tip, but more of a health tip while you're actually sick. There's a couple things you can do to help your voice while you're sick. Number one, drink tea. Excuse me. I'm actually a little under the weather today too, so you can hear it in my voice. I'm a little more bass than normal. But what happens when you drink tea, especially tea with lemon and honey? The heat in the lemon is going to go ahead and break apart the phlegm, whereas the honey is going to go ahead and coat your throat, which ends up protecting your throat overall. This is a very important thing because if you overexert yourself while your throat is damaged from being sick, you can cause more damage to your throat and eventually cause nodes or something else like that. We don't want any of that. So, as I said, the first tip is getting tea. The second tip, number two, this is more about singing in general. So there's 3 different kinds of sounds, and when I'm feeling better, that was actually the video I wanted to make, the difference between bright, dull, and dark, but I'm not feeling great today. What you want to do is you want to sing with a cover. A cover is basically putting the sound a little further back in your throat. You sound a little bit more bassy, but it protects your throat from taking too much pressure from the air that you're using. So you sound more like this. La 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 la, as opposed to la 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 la. As you can hear, it's actually hard for me to switch to bright when I'm not feeling well, because I've trained myself so much, like, wow, my throat hurts, I'm gonna sing dark. Doing that, it does change your performance a little bit. People will notice that it's a little different from what they're used to hearing, but it'll keep your throat healthy so you can make it through whatever you're singing. Number 3, we said tea, we also want water. Excuse me again. Clear liquids. Clear liquids are really important whenever you're sick, but especially for singers when you're ill, because it's going to go ahead and flush out all the things going on inside your body. That's a good thing. It's better to have to blow your nose and all that gross stuff than it is to have to just keep it inside. The last thing that I would recommend when you're ill is that you make sure you get enough sleep. As musicians and performers, I know that it's really hard to get enough sleep because you're constantly practicing and doing things, and most people who are performing perform at night. Some people perform during the day, but most people do it at night. So you need your body to have a chance to go ahead and recover. That way you can perform your best and you won't do any more damage. Alright, so those were 4 great ways to help your voice when you're feeling ill. Next week, hopefully we'll have a little bit more interesting video. Some other things, to think about if you're going to perform while you're ill, use more air, use softer dynamics. What else was I going to say? Try to change how the song sounds on purpose, drop it down a little bit. But those are all really fairly minor things that you probably have already thought of. The main things, as I said, are, get the tea in, get the water in, get rest, and sing with a cover. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. Make sure to like and subscribe and share with a friend. Bye.